Hi. Well, the first thing we've obviously got to do is log in, and we've got that prepared here. So then we'll just click on the login button, and we come to the welcome page. Now, the thing to notice immediately, apart from the fact that we're using this to pass various messages and information across to our user community, is the admin button up here. So we click on admin, and this will take us into the back end of the site. And this will be your personalized area, and you'll notice on the left hand side here we have quite a short menu really, but the most important thing we need to go to in the first instance is the profile. You need to complete this because this information on this will be attached to everything that you post on the site. You have an option to choose whatever kind of color scheme you prefer. I'm sticking with that one. Profile image. This in fact should be your logo. If we just click on this, you'll see we drop into what is in fact your media library, and we need to load into this your logo. Well, I've got one prepared already, and I'll just drag it in from my desktop and add it, and it will load. There we go. And it gives you various pieces of information, which I won't go into at the moment, but basically, because all we're going to use it for is the image, we don't do anything else. So we'll set the profile image by clicking down here. And we need to tick this box here, override the avatar, so that it becomes the one that's used throughout the site. You'll see later on at the bottom here we've got one which comes from a gravatar. If you happen to have a gravatar, that will have preloaded, but this will override it. Then check the information that we have about you, your username of course, first name, last name, and the nickname. Now the nickname is the title that we will use throughout the site, and that should be the name of your organization, or indeed the name that you wish to trade under, as it were. Your email, you can enter your website if you have one. And here where it says biographical information, we need a very brief description of your organization, because we'll also be displaying that with every one of your posts. And then it says generate password, and so we strongly recommend that you create your own password at this point. Just click on there and change it to whatever you want. We retain your telephone number just in case we need to catch you in emergencies, but at this point we now update the profile. That's done. Now we can proceed to look at the posts. You haven't got any posts at the moment. If we click on all posts, you'll see that there's just one here, which is yours, because it's called Mine. This is one that I put in earlier on, and it's still in draft form. But you can look at all the published posts on the site. If you click on the Publish button, you'll see the whole list. You can look at these, but you can view them, but you can't edit them. Whereas yours will have a little box beside it somewhere. If you go back to Mine, this one you certainly can edit. I will open it. And this is a fairly normal text editing capability, which I shall put to work. And then over here we have various controls that we need to use, which I'll go into in a moment. So we need to enter some things. So I've got a prepared document for this. There we are. There's my little Word document. And I'm just going to copy some material from that. Copy. And then get rid of it, and then we can paste it in here, paste, and there. Now you'll notice immediately that the line spacing is not what we want, so we have to do some quick editing, which unfortunately is simply the product of using Word. There we are. Now, what else would we like to do? Well, it'd be nice if we could actually add an image, but the first thing we need to do is get down the bottom over here. It says featured image. It's really rather essential that every post and every event that is placed on this site has a featured image, which is the key sort of indicator for the information. So if I click on Set Featured Image, we go back into our media library, and I'm now going to drag into that from my desktop, or if I wish, I can if I click on upload, let's let that one happen. Obviously, the larger the image, the longer it takes, although the system does control all that for you. There we are, there's the image. Alternatively, I click on Upload File, I can select a file, and I can just go into my desktop, and I can choose an alternative image. So if I just double click on that, come on. There we go. So I've now got two images in there, and I only have to, I can choose one, and I can then set that image, and there it is, and that will now appear at the front end of the post, whatever I do. But I can also insert images wherever I wish into within my text. Just have to position the cursor. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stick it on the end there, I think. And I can then add media. And once again, I'm back in my library, and I can now choose an alternative image, and I can insert into post. And there, I can then do various things with it. I can adjust its size. I can move it to there, or I can click on and move it there. Basically, that's probably as much as we need to be able to do. The other thing to say is that if necessary, it's important that you add any information in here to do with website links. I would strongly recommend that within any article you include www.guildfordarts.com as a link. Now, it doesn't automatically make it a link. What you have to do is go into the paperclip, as we usually do, then type the link in. There we are, guildfordarts.com. Open the link in a new tab, add the link, and now we have the link that will work for anybody that clicks on it. Well, now what else have we got to do? Well, there's these things called categories, and it's a news item, or it's a course, or a class, or it's an opportunity. You can click as many as you like, but my preference would be not to do that. Let's leave it at news for the moment. They will appear in different pages. Advanced planning is the one that's only visible to people that are logged in, where you're actually trying to let people know what you're planning to do in the future to try and avoid unfortunate clashes. So news it is. News will be the default anyway. And this is important as well. We should always make sure that this article leaves the site when it's run out of time. So we need to set a date for when it's going to finish on the site. So why don't we just let it run for a fortnight, and we'll make it June the 16th in this case. That's basically it. We can add tags if you want to help search facilities. So if you can put whatever words in there. That's all it does though. It just works with the search. And if you want to, you can add a caption to the featured image that will appear on the front page. So we can say this is a caption. Then we can publish. Well, that's published. It says, and a tweet was sent, which is interesting. If we preview changes, this will open in a new window. And there we are. So there's our featured image, title, featured image. There's the caption I wrote. This is a caption. There are the words. There's that. And there's our link. If I click on that, again, it opens in the further page. Perfectly straightforward. So all we need to do now is log out. Job done. So there is our example post. And if I click on that, it says, there's my logo, and there's my brief description associated with that information. And there's my link, and well, basically, job done. Thank you very much.